Ethan Parker despised me for being a gold digger. After listening to his buddies, he decided to teach me a proper
So,
lesson.
what's the plan for tonight?
Break up with her. Cut off her cards. In less than 3
You're
days,
impossible.
she'd come back crying.
I've been told.
Won't she be yours to handle however you want? Ethan Parker really did as he was told and broke up with me.
I trust
I
your
grabbed the
judgment.
corner of his clothes.
Of course.
Without even
It's an honor
turning
to
his
serve
head,
you.
he said, "If you can't change that bad habit of yours, then don't even think about getting back together." No, I just wanted to say, every single one of your best friends handed me an unlimited credit card, and Lucas Shaw was the most aggressive of them all. Unlimited black cards valid worldwide, stacks of property deeds. I really couldn't resist the temptation. Later, when Ethan Parker waited and waited for me to come back, and I never did, he came looking for me. He stared in disbelief. What the hell? Were you the ones who said she was a gold digger? Lucas Shaw clutched my hand tightly. She just likes money a little. How does that make her a gold digger? To put it simply, the reason Ethan Parker and I got together was that he wanted my looks, and I wanted his money. When he was chasing me, he kept asking what I wanted. I told him honestly that I wanted money, lots and lots of money. If a man doesn't have money, then he shouldn't pursue me. Ethan Parker was generous too. The young heir of Jingcheng Group had more money than he knew what to do with. When we first got together, almost anything I wanted would appear in front of me the very next second. Ethan Parker took a strange sense of pride in the fact that I spent his money. He practically wished I would spend every cent he had. He said that only when I spent his money ruthlessly would he feel secure, but lately he seemed to have changed. He had become stingy. This month I only bought a bag worth $500,000, and he already gave me a cold face. I didn't take it to heart. I thought maybe he'd had a rough day. I just glanced at him, then admired my giant diamond. But when I swiped his card again, he suddenly dropped his expression. When are you going to change that reckless habit of spending money? Do you think earning money is easy? Other than spending money all day, what else do you even know how to do? What if one day I don't have any money left? Can't you learn from other girls? Buy what you should buy and stop buying what you shouldn't. Do you know that one bag costing $500,000 is enough for an ordinary family to live on for a year? I looked at him, baffled. How strange. What do other people have to do with me? I'm so pretty, and my personality is so good. I was born to spend money. Because my personality is just that good, I always know how to reflect on myself in time. Maybe I really had gone too far with spending. Ethan Parker hadn't truly taken over the company yet. Maybe my spending habits had put pressure on him. I comforted myself with that thought and turned around, planning to apologize to Ethan Parker and tell him I'd spend more carefully. But before I could even speak, he suddenly stood up and looked at me coldly. Let's break up. I was stunned. Break up? Because I spent your money, you're breaking up with me? I almost laughed. Are you sick? Weren't you the one begging me to spend your money? Ethan Parker's expression stiffened for a second. Then he said flatly, "It's not that I think you can't spend money. I just don't like this money-minded side of you." He picked up his coat and gave me no chance to argue. "So if you don't change this bad habit, then let's end it here." Then he paused and added, "Of course, if you can change, we can still get back together." I watched Ethan Parker's retreating back and got so angry my face nearly twisted. If we're breaking up, then we're breaking up. Why slap me with the glorious title of gold digger while you're at it? So what if I worship money? If I don't worship money, am I supposed to worship you instead? Money and I are best friends. Is it wrong for me to love it? Beautiful women don't need to reflect, but I am a beautiful woman with an exceptionally good personality. After Ethan Parker left, I laid out everything I'd bought with his money over the past year. A necklace worth $5 million from an auction, a bracelet worth $2 million that I'd seen in a display case, 600,000 custom-made leather shoes, a 300,000 couture gown, a 50,000 cup, and 30,000 slippers. I'm not the kind of woman who would force a man to sell a kidney to buy me a bag. He was the one who insisted on shoving all of this at me. Could he have run into a financial crisis lately? I thought it over, and in the end, I decided to have a proper talk with him. After asking around and finding out where Ethan Parker was, I drove over and made my way smoothly to his private room. Just I was about to push the door open, voices drifted out from inside. I told you I broke up with her tonight. It was Ethan Parker's voice. You have no idea when I said it, her eyes were red. I almost went soft on her. Good thing I held back. The moment he finished speaking, a chorus of reactions rose inside the room. You really broke up. You're sure? Did she agree? Did you end it cleanly? Ethan Parker fell silent for a moment, then slammed a fist on the table. What the hell is wrong with you guys? Why does every one of you sound like you've all been waiting for me to break up with her? Buddy A said, just kidding. I just didn't expect you to actually be willing to do it. Buddy B said, I wanted to praise you. You should have done this a long time ago. Buddy C said, exactly. Your girlfriend, oh no, your ex-girlfriend has just never had it hard before. Let her struggle on her own for a while and she realized how good you were. Why wouldn't I be willing to? Ethan Parker said without suspecting a thing. Besides, we're getting back together anyway, right? Didn't you guys say so? And she likes me that much. When I left just now, she was still tugging at my sleeve. If I hadn't walked away so fast, one more look from her and I would have surrendered, Betty B said. Of course. A boyfriend like you is impossible to find even with a lantern. You spoiled her with money for the past few months. There's no way she'd be able to look at other men. Sooner or later, she'd come back to you with pleading eyes, asking to get back together. Buddy A said, exactly. In families like ours, do we look like people who are short on money? A bag worth $500,000 isn't even enough to cover a bottle of wine for us. But is money really the point here? No, let me explain it to you. Your girlfriend can't love money too much. If she loves money that much, that means money will always come first in her heart. Then doesn't that mean you'll be second place for the rest of your life? And what if one day you don't have money anymore? For all you know, she might run off immediately. So you need to change her. You need to make her put you first. Get it? Buddy C chimed in. Right. You absolutely have to hold out. At least a month and a half, or it won't leave a lasting impression. Ethan Parker nodded in agreement. I know. Everything is under control. They were talking animatedly. Only the man sitting in the corner remained silent, his eyes lowered, fingertips tapping ash from his cigarette. Ethan Parker looked at him. Lucas Shaw, what do you think? Will this method really work? Following his gaze, I looked over too. I'd seen that man a few times before. Handsome face. Not much of a talker. When Ethan Parker addressed him, he took his time before answering lazily, Don't ask me. It's the middle of the night and I'm exhausted. Seeing that Lucas Shaw didn't comment, the others began assuring Ethan Parker all over again that this method would definitely work. I stood outside the door and listened for a long time. I would be lying if I said I wasn't angry. Even if I'd done something wrong, the two of us could have closed the door and worked it out between ourselves. Why did he have to rope outsiders into it too, and let them all look down on me? I didn't push the door open. I turned and went home. After I got home, it only took me 2 hours to pack up my luggage. Ethan Parker had pursued me for a year, but we'd only been together for a few months. I counted the balance on my cards and bit my finger in distress. There was only a little over $1 million left. Was I about to become poor again? I looked back at those luxury jewels and expensive bags and left dragging my suitcase, heart aching. Ethan Parker thought my head was filled with nothing but money. What he didn't understand was that I wasn't willing to spend just anyone's money. So many people had chased me growing up. Maybe not all the way to France, but certainly all the way to Italy. If it weren't because I liked Ethan Parker, why would I have spent his money? But there was no point saying any of that now. Even if he got down on his knees and begged me, I wouldn't spend another cent of his money ever again. I spent one night in a hotel, and by the next day, I'd already found a place to live. Meanwhile, when Ethan Parker returned to his villa, he discovered that both I and my luggage were gone. He anxiously texted the group chat. Damn, she left. She really left. She didn't even take a single one of her favorite bags. Did I overplay this? One of his friends replies, "Relax, it's only the beginning." She definitely left those valuable things behind on purpose so she won't look so materialistic. And the fact that she didn't take any of them only proves she definitely come back, doesn't it? Ethan, no, she even blocked me. Is this really okay? Friend, trust me, brother. Just wait and see. Whatever you do, don't cave or all your previous effort will be wasted. Ethan, fine. Ethan Parker still sounded uneasy. No, this won't do. She's so damn pretty. I keep feeling like the second we broke up, a bunch of bastard men are going to surround her. Good thing I didn't let word of the breakup get out. I only told you guys, but I still can't relax. Lucas Shaw, you're the steadiest one. I trust how you handle things. I can't show up myself, so help me keep an eye on her. A long while later, Lucas Shaw finally replied in the chat with one simple word. Okay. I originally thought that after blocking Ethan Parker, I'd never cross paths with his circle again. But over the past 2 days, I'd been inexplicably running into Ethan Parker's friends over and over. Some of them I'd only met once or twice while going out with Ethan Parker. Some I'd never seen before at all. Maybe the reputation of me being a gold digger had spread through Ethan Parker's social circle. Without exception, every one of those men who ran into me kept trying to hand me money in some way. One claimed the hair clip on my head looked pretty and insisted on buying it from me with a credit card. Another insisted on buying the coffee I had ordered that day at an absurdly high price. One of them even rode off on the unlocked bike I'd been using and tossed me an unlimited credit card. I may be pretty, but I'm not stupid. Birds of a feather flock together. What kind of decent person could someone like Ethan Parker possibly associate with? What if I ended up with one of them and later he started looking down on me for spending too freely too? To stop anyone from looking down on me, I began seriously looking for a job to earn money and support my own materialistic self. I'd studied dance, so after the interview I got into a dance studio, but work was exhausting. I'd only been on the job for a few days, and I already felt like my spirit was being sucked dry. I was not meant to work. I was not meant to be a laboring corporate cow. A materialistic woman like me should be on an island, feeling the sea breeze and drinking soda while watching the sunset. Maybe I was too tired. I didn't want to walk that long stretch all the way to the subway. That day, when I finally noticed that the car behind me had been following me, I stopped. After I got into Lucas Shaw's car, I sat bolt upright, clutching my bag strap. Please just drop me off at the subway entrance. It's fine. He steered with one hand and glanced at me. I'm heading that way anyway. I'll take you. I'm not stupid. His company is downtown. How is that on the way? He coughed lightly. I'm not actually that close with Ethan Parker. I've only known him for a few months. Oh, I wasn't interested. My response was flat. He was so direct. He pulled the car over, leaned toward the back seat, and brought a pile of things forward. I glanced at them casually. A Patek Philippe watch, a Harry Winston necklace, a Bulgari bracelet. The newest Hermes bags, he had several colors. When he saw me looking, he explained, "Don't misunderstand. I know you're not that kind of materialistic girl." He fumbled in his pocket and pulled out something else, a wrinkled envelope. "This is what I actually wanted to give you. All those other things are just extras." I looked at it. 2 huge words were written on the envelope. Love letter. Seriously? Who still writes love letters these days? I pushed away the love letter he was offering and fiercely corrected his mistaken impression of me. "You're wrong. I am a very materialistic person. I am a gold digger. Not only am I a gold digger, I'm vain too, sharp-tongued, snobbish, always looking down on people and climbing upward. I want to sit back and enjoy the fruits of other people's labor. I want to get rich overnight without working for it. I love money. I want to spend money. In my heart, money will always come first. No one can ever replace the place money holds in my heart." I puffed myself up and said it all haughtily. I wanted him to see clearly that my true nature was exactly this vain, materialistic, rotten through and through. I didn't have any beautiful virtues. I was exactly the same on the inside as on the outside. Don't project some beautiful fictional version of me onto the real me. Before pushing the car door open, I looked at him maliciously. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I'm not some good woman.
Should you wish to read more of the story, please click the link below or download the app. If you have any suggestions, please feel free to leave a comment below.